Hello and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out for another presentation by Crown Jewel Race Network. We are at Watkins Glen here today. Another road course on the schedule, so moving away from ovals just for the time being, but definitely a legendary track as far as stock car racing goes. In my opinion, Watkins Glen has been a staple in stock car racing for a long time. In the booth with me tonight, Bill the Masshole, Bill Martin, and Ryan Taft
Yeah.
on Double Duty. How are you guys doing tonight?
Looking forward to this race. Out of all the road courses that we do see, Watkins Glen is a fan favorite. Very popular track, and I have to admit, if we have to do a road course, at least it's Watkins Glen.
Yep, absolutely. And we already have the guys rolling out for qualifying. The entire field rolls out together just like every other road course to put down qualifying laps. So we'll see what times come in after they run their flyers here. But definitely some strategy involved with running a clean lap, making sure you have the space in front of you and behind you to put down the hottest lap possible. But we'll keep an eye on these guys as they work their way around, which should now be their hot laps here. But on board now with Hunter Bogdan to see how he can do here on his first flyer.
Getting ready to go to one of the trickiest spots of the track, right there, the bus stop area. And it comes out to the huge carousel turn. Big, long, sweeping right-hander.
If you're Mr. Mars coming out of the bus stop going into the carousel, you're pretty much set up for failure for the rest of that corner.
Yeah, you can definitely win or lose this race, and so is this corner right here. It's setting up for the final corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, you want to drift up, use as much track as you can, save as much as that momentum, and fire yourself down the front straightaway. A lot of trouble that we've seen in practice, a lot of guys spinning there. And then into this huge corner here, coming up to the S corner right here with Stoltz.
Yep, just switch over to Stoltz here. Actually, he put down the hottest lap, 111.12, currently pole sitter. Obviously, this lap interrupted briefly by a couple cars around him, but currently pole sitter. Just behind him, Stephen Carlisle with a 111.29, so really tight split there. We've seen at other tracks the gaps between the top cars be pretty substantial, so far pretty tight field at the top here. And moving back one spot, Zach Johnson in the 45 car with a 111.39, so 10
nice
tenths just behind Carlisle now for try to capture that second spot. We'll see what he can put down as he comes across the start finish here.
Zach Johnson, a previous winner this year. I haven't seen him win a race on the road course yet. Maybe that's coming today. Over the rumble strips into this right-hand turn up through the S's, accelerating the whole time. Shifting gears and hoping to get a good launch down this short little straightaway, which sets up that bus stop, that tricky bus stop.
Yep, definitely major key to hit that perfectly so you don't upset the balance of the car. Allow you to keep momentum into this long sweeping right-hander.
Man, he made that look easy too. I can assure you it's not that easy. Break downshift into this left-hander. Gets two tires on the rumble strips, comes back around for the last sweeping right-hander down the front straightaway.
As long as he didn't get a 0x for the contact with the wall there, should have been a pretty solid lap. Do think he got a 0x. I don't see a lap time come across there, so we'll go to the next guy, P4, Nick Vasquez, running a 111.93 as his best time. Sorry, 111.75 as his best time currently. So, tiny bit
John
off.
Connor just took away the fourth position from Vasquez.
Yep, you're exactly right. Yeah, John Connor ran a 11.72, so basically even with Nick, tiny bit faster, but very tight there between those two. We'll see what time Vasquez can put down here. Don't see an update there, so he must have had incident somewhere through that lap, but we'll check back in just a second. Looks like Josh Stoltz has rolled back on the track. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Just saying, what a good look at the 22 as it comes up to that short straightaway. And got the McDonald's car actually missed. Oh! Yeah, I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah, I've seen guys roll through that kind of road just left of the bus stop there if they know they're not gonna be able to make it, or you know, if they're trying to avoid an incident. But I believe there is a, I think it's like a, it's like a trust system. You have to do like what isn't it like a 5-second? You have to give up 5 seconds or something like that, Taft.
Well, I asked Zach if you want me to clear the world black flags when they get them, but I haven't got an answer yet. So I think it's like 5 seconds.
Gotcha. Okay.
What I think it should be, honest with you, you missed that turn. As long as you get in line where you
yeah, as long as you don't get any sort of advantage from it.
Yeah, that's what it's be. But then you're gonna have people driving through on purpose. So it's yeah, it's just one of those things.
Looks like Stoltz is sporting a new Red Bull's livery. Definitely very concerning to see Red Bull on any car at any track. So hopefully you can keep things in check this evening. So far, Stoltz still on the pole. Carlisle is still sitting P2, currently in the pit. About 7 minutes now left in qualifying. So plenty of time to run some more laps here. Sorry, go ahead.
Vasquez improved his lap. He moved back around into back into 4th spot.
Exactly right. Yeah. Showing that he ran 11.66. So as you just mentioned, sliding ahead of John Connor again to take P4. And he's around.
Oh, see
Keith pull out right there.
he's pushing it so hard.
That's what we call getting a little too low in turn 1.
Yeah, he's just pushing it too hard, and well, it's qualifying. You can do that now.
Qualifying and practice. I still say there's a little bit more practice than actual qualifying, because a few extra laps out there to learn the track.
Winner from last week, Tyler Krozak, or TK as we like to call him around here, came home the winner at Iowa last week. Definitely a hard fought victory for him, and definitely hoping to keep the momentum up this week here at Watkins Glen. A notable no-show, Corey Mott is he's been suspended for 1 race, did not pass the post-race PED screening after Iowa last week, so he has to sit out 1 week. We take all rules very seriously here at Carolina Cup Series. So.
Must have found Viagra in his system.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, horse pills, or I don't know, something weird. But
Corey, what are we gonna do with you?
Should be back next week. Obviously, pending a clean screening, so he should be back with the field next week.
Oh man!
Take a look at the leaderboard again. Looks like John Connor actually hopped 2 competitors. He hopped Nick and Zach Johnson, moving into the 3rd position. So he's on the podium to be starting on the inside behind the leader now. So great bit of driving as we approach the 4-minute mark here in qualifying. So good job, 97. He's been showing up past couple weeks and always has a pretty fast race car. So look for the 97 to try to have a strong finish this evening.
Like qualified, well, he's in third qualifying position right now, so he's obviously fairly quick at this track. So he has quite the advantage already.
Yep, and just a quick shout out. Sorry, go ahead.
You don't find as many people on the road course as you do on the ovals that can actually win. There's usually a couple of guys that are really good, so he has a pretty good chance.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You want to give a shout out to somebody?
Oh, I was just gonna shout out everyone for joining in on the Twitch channel. And it looks like we did get one gifted sub, D-25. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Very kind, very cool. Glad you chose to hang out with us this evening. We should have a pretty solid race for you guys tonight. Have a lot of guys signing up. Much more guys than I thought. But yeah, if you guys are looking to get involved with the Crown Jewel Race League, be sure to join the Discord. Believe the Cup series is currently still invite only, but obviously always looking to add more drivers to the roster. So come and get involved. Maybe race some of the other leagues first, and you might find yourself a Cup ride pretty quickly here. But our pole sitter back out now. Josh Still's back out trying to improve his time, or just get some extra practice laps in. Sorry, go ahead.
We're just trying to keep the Danica Patricks out.
Yeah.
basically what it is. But as long as you're clean and respectful, you don't have to have a 5,000 I rating. Right. I am well under that. I'm well under 2,000 even, and I finished 9th in the race, so you can still be competitive and just come out and have fun.
Yep, exactly. And it looks like Stoltz just put down a 110.81, so stepping on the throats a little bit here towards the end of qualifying, just to kind of show the amount of speed he has in that 43. But anything can happen. We saw Vasquez spin out of turn 1, and it's that easy. So
Josh Stoltz just sent a message. He just said, "Don't bother." Mm-hmm. That's what he just kind of said. He's going to be incredibly tough to beat tonight.
Track temp is going to be 129 degrees, so.
Woo!
But how they're not slipping and sliding is this road course. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that is very toasty.
Man. 129 degrees. That's like baked potato country.
All right.
Well, I actually
looks like we have a minute left now. I believe as long as you start your final lap before that timer ends, it will count. But this could be Vasquez's last attempt here to improve his position. Has fallen back to P6 now. You initially saw him up at P4 at the start of this qualifying, but has slipped back just a bit. Looks like TK actually took the top 5 5th spot. So he improved his time to 11.6. And Johnson actually jumped ahead, and now he is P2. That pushes Carlisle to the 3rd spot. Connor to the 4th. So a lot of shuffling in the top 5 now. Only consistent driver is Stoltz, who has remained on the pole since the start of qualifying here. We'll see what time Vasquez can put down here. This is his last lap as the checker flag is waving.
He did not improve.
So the lap was faster, but we'll keep him there in the 6th spot. 100 behind TK there.
Yeah,
so
we're only talking about like hundredths of a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't even blink that fast. Yeah. That's how competitive these guys are. And You know, I think Nick has something to prove. He really wants to win on a road course. You know, actually, who won? Did he win on a road course this year?
Not that I can think of.
I can't remember. What am I thinking of? Or it was a short track. I can't remember what he won on, but a lot of guys last year called him a super speedway racer, and he proved them wrong. So a win here would be huge for him. And you know, Stoltz is the guy to beat. And you look at our lineup. We have a lot of fast cars here tonight, and they're in front. And these guys towards the back that kind of struggle, all they got to do is stay on the track. There's going to be some type of incident somewhere. Just stay on the track and finish this race. That's all you need to do. Stoltz with a 110.8. Man, that is ripping. I I don't even think I've ever broken 115 at this track, to be honest with you. Not in one of these cars.
Out of the other 3 road course races we've had, at Coda we had Carlisle win that race. Then Road America was Stoltz. Oh, I forgot about Chicago Street Course. That was Stoltz also. Then Sonoma was Saunders. So Vasquez has not won at a road course yet.
Yeah, that's what. I think that's the only thing he needs to win on. He's got the short tracks, he's got the mile and a half, he's got the super speedways.
Yeah.
So Indy is his thing. Indy is his kryptonite. He wants Indy bad, and he's lost it in late stages the last 2 years. So I know he's going to be thinking about that next year. So he's already planning for next year. A lot of these guys are.
All right, we'll go through the starting grid here quickly. I know I mentioned a lot of the top 5 there in qualifying, but we'll just give it one read through here. Josh Stoltz started on the pole tonight with a 110.813. Zach Johnson, P2. Stephen Carlisle, P3. John Connor, 4th. Tyler Crossack, 5th. Nick Vasquez, 6th. Keith Hume, 7th. James Hebert, 8th. Tyler Bellinger, 9th. Noah Hunt, 10th. Ray Gill, 11th. Hunter Bogdan, 12th. Caleb Carter, 13th. Caleb Sheets, 14th. Tommy Carroll Jr., 15th. Michael Deitch, 16th. Ted Lisby, 17th. Jim Ma, 18th. And Joe Gibbons will be starting in the caboose spot, 19th.
And ready to go GLEN right now. Jim Mott in the field tonight, not to be confused with Corey Mott, who's been suspended. Don't want to get him involved in that whole controversy. Rolling off the field. I'll tell you, I would like to drive that Porsche around this track. That would be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't have as much downforce as it normally would, but
I started getting into the GT racing with the Porsche on iRacing, and I'm just surviving the road courses on iRacing. It's just not my forte, but I'm trying to learn, and it's been a lot more fun in these cars than in that little Porsche right there than it has been in the other things I've been allowed to race. So I'm working on it. I'm still working on it.
In my opinion, I'm waiting for NASCAR to switch to using the boot instead of doing this short track style of the road course. I think if they did the boot, it'd make for a lot more exciting races.
Yeah, I don't mind either way. I think it's a long race on a road course, and whether the boot is there or not, I don't know.
Happy race day to
I
you,
can't-
Nick's mom. Hello. Got the
Hello, Nick's
Vasquez
mom.
family in the chat. Most consistent race fans. I mean, if we give any award out, it should be to Nick's family. They're showing up every week.
Especially after she attacked me in the shed here a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we're a little whack. Hey, we're all crazy. It all depends on what flavor we are. We're all different flavors of crazy. But here we go, getting ready to go green. Thomas, take us to the green flag.
Yep, pace car should be turning off here on pit lane. And we are rolling to the start of this thing, waiting for the green flag to drop. Green flag in the air, and we're off here at Watkins Glen. Stoltz defending that inside, trying to get a good run into turn one here. With Zach Johnson to his outside, have a couple cars stacking up just a bit behind, but so far so clean through turn one. So now into the S's here. It's gonna be tough to run side by side with each other. Hopefully everyone can make it through here clean and give enough space to each other to get this thing rolling here. Stoltz out to a pretty good lead here. It's a lot of cars behind and stacked up coming down the long backstretch here into the bus stop.
Zach Johnson had an incredible start.
Well, we have two cars that
trouble
slid
already.
off.
The
The
car.
bus stop on the first lap is always extremely tough. Never really know how the car is going to react to that first just jolt of energy into the suspension there. And already a couple guys sliding off the racing surface, but doesn't look like any damage, so just need to get back in line and into a rhythm here. So it looks like we're all single filed out through the top 10.
Yeah, I was saying before we had that little incident, Zach Johnson had an incredible start right there. Was able to keep close. The only problem is everybody had a really good start because they kind of, that whole group of four just timed that perfectly. And that's what killed Johnson. He just could not get on the outside of Stoltz. May have fell back just a little bit, but this is going to be a long race, and he's going to catch up very fast here. And we'll see what can happen now. As you see right there, Vasquez taking a peeky poo on the inside, decides better of it, turns
definitely.
around, comes through, and gets ready for that big sweeping right-hand turn of the carousel.
Yeah, definitely a sketchy place to look on the inside, but it is a good passing area. If you have the grip and you're confident that your car will be able to take the forces there, but losing a little bit of time to John Connor, but you know, it's just kind of have to show the nose and let him know how the race is going to go from here on out.
Settle back and just let it go. Try to make adjustments to your car if you can.
And Stephen Carlisle actually with the fastest lap that time by 11.62. Correction, actually, sorry, that was his fastest lap. Fastest lap of races by Stoltz, 11.45. So Stoltz continuing to show the pace post qualifying now into the race with about a 2.5 second gap over the second position here.
Stoltz, Johnson, Carlisle. Stoltz already has that lead out to almost 2 seconds. That's not a good thing for everybody else, I can tell you that much. See, everybody just kind of getting spread out right now. No real battles on the track. It's lap 3 of 20 for the stage. So everybody wants to relax, just make it through. As right there as Lisby takes a peek on the inside and actually gets by. So
Yep.
Lisby gets by the 56 of Cal. Or was that? No, that was a 21 of Hume. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. That was a 56.
It was
Looks
it
like
was a
he,
56, right?
yeah, he got a little bit tight, floated out a little bit, allowing Lisby to slide ahead there. But now he has the 8. Joe Gibbons looking on the inside in turn 1, and he's also going to get by Carroll Jr. there. So, tough lap for the 56, but those will happen here.
Yeah, hey folks, it's not easy for me. I've been hitting the head a lot. You know, my time, it's hard to see the fine print on some of these little apps that they have to tell you where everybody is. One guy that we've talked about a lot lately, Ray Gill, the 23 car. Every week he's been up front and battling, and he's had a couple of top 3 finishes the past few races. Really been making his move towards the front as we go on board with him right now. Getting ready to set up for that last big corner right here to launch down that front straightaway.
Another strong finish for the 23 last week. Finished 3rd spot.
Third, yeah.
Definitely has been showing a lot of speed as we approach really the latter half of this season. I mean, towards the end of the season, rather. We only have a couple more races before we head into the playoffs. But definitely a great time to show a lot of pace and really have a lot of momentum. So good job by the 23 car to get things turned up to 11 as we approach the end of this thing.
I was actually thinking I've been invited to go to New Hampshire for the next race. So I'm not sure when the next New Hampshire race is. I don't even know if it's this year. It might be next year. But I know I'm going to be headed up for that.
I know. So next week's Richmond, then we have Daytona, and then that's when the playoffs start after Daytona. So New Hampshire would be on September 23rd.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the same weekend. I got to look at my calendar because I want to head down to North Carolina for another Cars Tour event by the end of the year. Man, that is so much fun. Want to find out, maybe looking towards South Boston? Maybe I'll go to South Boston and watch a race. So we'll see what happens.
Now we got things heating up between the 22 and 8 car. These two always seem to find each other on the track. I've had a couple run-ins throughout the season, but definitely two highly competitive competitors. I don't know if that works, but it makes sense in my head. But TK all over the rear bumper of the 22, trying to get a pass done here cleanly. We'll go on board with the 8 car.
Yes, TK. If you wonder why we call him TK, folks, well, you try to pronounce that last name right there. Prozik. Right?
Yeah,
Prozik.
Yeah, he told me he's Krozak. Like, that's how he spelled it out for me when I messaged him, so Krozak.
TK. Johnson's starting to close in a little bit on Stoltz.
Yep, down to about a 2-second lead. Stoltz has over Johnson. Said that completely backwards, kind of like Yoda or something. That was a little weird, but yeah, starting to close in just a bit. But also, Carlisle is closing in on Johnson a little bit too. So top 3 tightening just a bit here. Looking back through the field, looks like Vasquez actually doing a great job of keeping TK at bay for now. And we have a pass here for, I believe that is the 8th spot, or 8th spot rather. Yeah. Ray Gill on the inside of the 25, a James Hebert there, taking the 8th spot from him.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
So Gill up 3 spots from the start of this thing, already beginning his charge to the front.
I think it was Ray Gill that said he wasn't a fan favorite of road courses either. So, again, he's doing very well right now. 8th spot. I felt like I won that race at Michigan and I finished 9th.
Well, I mean, you also did granny shift or money shift at Talladega and blew your engine.
It looks like I guess Stoltz is watching the broadcast because since we mentioned his gap starting to slim a little bit, he's opened it back up to nearly 3 seconds. So that one's on us. That one's on us.
Why you gotta bring up the money ship? Why you gotta bring up Talladega? What?
Well, I mean, you always say I wreck you, so.
Well, don't wreck me.
I don't wreck you. You wreck yourself.
Hey, I for one was glad you money shift because calling a restrictor track race by yourself can be a tall task. So, especially when they're all bunched up and stuff. So.
Yeah, well, I did have I had fun while it lasted. Didn't last very long.
See TK here getting a little bit of run down the backstretch there into the bus stop. Oh, TK actually loses the rear a little bit. That's going to cost him a spot. John Connor comes around and takes the 5th spot from Tyler Krozak there. So,
but you know what, though?
As we mentioned, the bus stop causing the car to get upset just a bit. TK actually trying to hunt this position back down from John Connor, though. Does not want to give up that top 5. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
TK didn't panic. When that happened, he didn't panic. He didn't lose control of the car, and he kept it going. That's why he only lost 1 spot, and he's doing everything he can to get it back. I think TK is a little upset with himself right now. Like to see him settle down a little bit. You know, he's got plenty of time before the end of this. Plenty of time before the end of the stage. There he goes. I think he's going to get him on this side right now. A little bit better line. They're going to be almost side by side. Nope, not anymore.
Yeah,
Connor had a better run going into 2 to start the S's.
Yep.
Yeah, Connor is not someone that anybody should take lightly for a pass because he's shown a couple of times that he knows how to drive.
This was a second ago. Tyler Krozak getting it locked up here, but doing a good job of getting that car settled down.
What a save! That was a pretty impressive save.
Yeah, definitely harder than it looks. That thing can snap on you really easily after it gets upset through the bus stop.
Now, if you get them rumble strips just right, it will upset the car bad.
No, is it me or is he running the 8 car?
It does have 8 on his car, but he ran the same paint scheme last week, so.
All right, as long as I see it, because I know the 8 is Gibbons, and I just don't want to get screwed up. Gibbons usually has a dark colored car.
Yeah.
Gibbons already out of this race. Speaking of which, not sure what happened to him.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. No, him and Hunt both packed it up, called it a night.
Oof. Yeah, definitely some motor issues there.
They haven't said anything, so.
Might have.
Ooh, yeah, looks like he blew the motor.
Yeah, you see some damage on the front end there too, so.
He might have shifted down a little too fast and pulled what you did at Talladega.
Checking back into the top 3 here. Carlisle just behind Zach Johnson. And the gap has fallen again to about 2 1/4 behind Stoltz there, but still a very healthy lead, very manageable lead there for the 43. 12 laps into this first stage of 20 laps. So a little bit past halfway already. And this is definitely a track if you have a good enough track position where you can try to get a pit stop done before going a lap down. So look for those strategies to come out as we continue through this race.
I would say back to Bellinger, you should be good if you want to pit and stand lead lap. A little sketchy if you were in Ray's spot or Keith's spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Sheets has been a lot better on other road courses. I don't know if he's just kind of chilling out or what he's doing. I don't know if he's just, having a good time or not.
Well, he did start from the pits this race, so where would he have started if he didn't start from the pits?
Maybe he got here late. Won't matter in a few laps, 7 laps to be straight honest with you. We'll have our first caution lap, probably the only caution we're going to have this race, because Ryan Taft isn't on the track. So the chances of actually getting a full course yellow is pretty slim tonight.
Well, there's only a few spots where you would more than likely get a full course caution. That's right there on the backstretch going into the loop. Then that little short street from the carousel down to 6 and the whole front stretch. Them are the only spots where it's narrow enough to cause a cluster.
Ugh. They're going to have 2 guys in the booth, 3 guys in the booth, and Ryan and I are going to look like the Muppets, the 2 guys that.
Well, yeah, the 2 old guys.
The 2 old guys yelling at each other. Oh boy, that's always fun to have fun. Right now, Stoltz is having fun. Got that up to about a 2-second lead, and Johnson's starting to.
It's under 2 seconds now. I think this is the first time it's under 2 since the start.
I think Stoltz is just out front. Yeah, I think Stoltz is just taking it easy, doing what he has to do. When he sees him getting closer, he pulls away. Believe me, Stoltz knows that the lead is under 2 seconds. So, whenever he wants, he'll just kind of give it gas.
I messaged him, I'm like, don't stink up my event. I'm trying to put on a show here.
He's going to that bus stop like it's nobody's business right there. Yeah, he's just out there taking it easy. I bet you his tire wear isn't that bad either. Coming back up. Once we come across, we'll have 5 laps to go for the end of the stage. Stoltz, Johnson, Carlisle, Vasquez, and TK, your top 5. Ballinger, Hebert, Gill, Connors, and Hume, your top 10.
It looks like the tightest battle on the track currently is between John Connor and Ray Gill. I believe there might have been a little bit of drama that we missed between James, Connor, and Gill, because just a second ago, I think Hebert was behind Connor.
I'm not sure, but we've got a couple of guys trying to pull a fast one in the back. Connor, Mott, and Sheets, I think, were just came. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Into turn 1, looks like John Connor got giga loose there, losing 2 spots, 1 to Hebert, 1 to Gill. So that is what caused him to be behind Gill. But since then, actually, he's driven back and passed Gill, so might have been another bit of a spill there for Gill. Losing that spot again to Connor.
I'd like to know how Connor saved that thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looks like just a second ago, Keith Hume might have had an impact here. We'll see exactly what happened.
Coming down to that carousel.
Oh,
he just
yeah, I mean, so he did the stop and go. That's exactly what you're supposed to do if you decide not to take the bus stop.
Yeah,
or
that's a very, very fair penalty.
I told them to do it either in the bus stop if they can, or do it in the carousel on the outside of the track.
Nothing gets by the booth.
Well, I mean, he would have been fine if he didn't come up and say he blew the bus stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the kind of guy that he
So,
is.
yeah. Well, I think Hume just wrecked.
TK off the racing surface. We'll go back and take a look,
Oh
but
no.
also, yeah, showing another incident by Hume. We'll go back and take a look at that as well.
Yeah, it looked like on the transfer coming off of one going over the rumble
Oh,
strips, there's that little lip right there, and he got on the gas once he hit that transfer, and it just got a little loose on him.
Yeah.
and he's lucky that, this wasn't 15, 20 years ago, because that area that was all paved right there that he was able to turn around on, that used to be a huge gravel pit. And once
Yeah.
the 21 car
Yeah, that was
loses
just
it and hits the wall.
a minute ago or a second ago. But yeah, actually, since that little bit of a slide, 8 car into the pit stall. Might be trying to flip the stage here. We'll take a look to see.
TK trying to flip the stage. He just came down pit road.
Yep. We'll keep an eye on Stoltz here to see if TK can get out in time to stay on the lead lap. Looks like TK's already rolling out, and he is past the exit line, so he will stay on the lead lap as long as he can keep Stoltz behind him.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Yep. Only 3 laps left. Stoltz just going down the front stretch now, so TK should be more than fine here.
Not a bad maneuver by TK after having that little incident. I mean, why not?
Sure. Yep. Yeah, kind of lost the rhythm there from that little bit of a slide. Decides to go down pit lane, get some fresh tires, and you'll try again there with pretty good track position for stage 2. Lisby closing the gap in on Michael Deitch. Both Deitch and Lisby are up 7 spots from the start of this race, so did not have the most convincing qualifying, but after running some race laps, getting into a groove maybe, they have found some positions, being the biggest movers of the race currently. So good job for the 57 and 44 at the start of this thing.
These guys just enjoying the day out front.
What happened to Bellinger?
Made it through the chaos in front of them and have themselves a pretty good position right now.
And we see Zach Johnson actually closed up real tight. I mean, tighter. I'd say real tight, but tighter than he's been the entire first stage here to Stoltz. Looks like Stoltz actually went off track. Might have had a little bit of an incident causing the 45 to be able to come up a lot closer to his bumper, but still
he was
second gap.
within a half second.
Yeah.
He was within a half a second, and then Stoltz just stepped on the loud pedal and pulled away again. So
yep. I believe this was the incident that Stoltz had. Yeah, the bus stop just causing him to get loose, having to go through the grass there to
he butted
get
his
it
pants
settled.
on that one.
But cost him a little bit of time, but holding on to the lead for now. Jim Mott letting the leaders go around. Jim Mott with a stage win last week. That was pretty cool to watch.
Yeah, it was.
That was a lot of fun to see.
Got himself a post-stage win interview. Definitely heard a lot of excitement in his voice. He was able to put on some fresh shoes and drive his way up through the field at Iowa. So always nice to see Mr. Mott with having some success. But on this last lap of this first stage here, looks like Stoltz has recovered successfully from that slide. So as long as he can keep it clean, he should get the stage win here. And we have another car down pit lane, though. It looks like he has some damage on the front end there. Don't think that was a voluntary pit stop.
Bellinger?
in the pits.
Bellinger now. The weight transfer of the car going through the exit of the chicane messed him up and sent him left front first into the tires on the exit. Messed up that left front tire.
So just a couple of turns now. One more turn rather for Stoltz here. Then he just drives back to the start finish. And I believe caution is thrown. Yeah, before he crosses the line to avoid extra pace lap. But good stage win for the 43 car. Kept it out front the entire stage there. So good job by him. We'll see what the pit strategy is for the leaders here. As we mentioned before, 48 of Tyler Krozek actually pitted early, so we'll see where he is shuffled forward. I assume we're going to see everyone pit. Though with road courses, sometimes it can be kind of hard to predict exactly what's going to be done.
Look at this battle here between Lisby and TK.
Yeah, caution's already out, so I think they were just trying to drive back to get to the pace car.
Yeah, it's stage break.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ducked outside of my little man cave here. I heard some fighter jets getting scrambled out. They must be going out to chase some ETs.
Yeah, got to keep us safe.
So that's from that space station Cape Cod. Space station. Yeah, that's what it is. They go out looking for little green guys. What's your take on that? What do you give me your honest opinion? You think we got, I mean, there are conspiracy theories that, they walk among us and there's,
I think.
I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I think they probably just think we're so boring and behind them, like technologically, that they just don't bother us. That, or like they watch us, they watch Earth like it's like a reality TV.
Like they fly by our planet and they lock the doors. That's what happens here. Oh man, the first sign that there is intelligent life out there is they haven't tried to contact us yet, because yeah, we're a little loony down here right now. But pit stops begin. We see a couple of those guys that took that wave around. Well, they pitted early to split the field, and that is the number 48 of TK right to the front.
And Papa Mott got the lucky dog.
What? That was a smart move by TK. I mean, 3 laps on his tires. I think he'll be all right with just 3 laps. And plus 2, when he came out from that pit stop, he was taking it easy on those tires as well. So,
yep, yeah, he
3 laps isn't too bad.
He should be fine. And I mean, look, we know Stoltz is he's coming out with fresh tires, has shown the fastest lap times tonight, so he should be able to work his way up and regain the lead pretty easily. But TK still, that's gonna put him in front of Vasquez. We saw him battling with Vasquez earlier, and he might gain. I mean, just net some positions from staying out there. So we'll see how that goes for the 48 car. He is 48. It shows 8 on his car, but I'm not exactly sure what the issue is with that.
It's his paint scheme for a different league of races and on Thursday nights.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
It's kind of, that's one thing. I have bought different trucks for different leagues because I just don't want to deal with the paint changing. You know what I mean? I've done that a few times on different number of my cars. I'll buy, like in the truck series, I have actually a Chevy and a Toyota that I run, and simply same reason he's doing what he's doing. Different league. It's not worth going around and changing every single day. It's a pain in the butt.
Yep, I agree. looking at the field here, it looks like Stoltz actually slid back to P8. I don't know if he had an issue with.
Stoltz. Talking about Stoltz.
Yeah.
EOL, he was speeding on pit road.
Oh man.
He was thinking it was 45, but it's 40. And if he would have dropped it down to 40, he would have parked it right on Johnson's front nose.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Ooh.
Stoltz hit with a EOL after speeding on pit lane. That's going to shovel him back several spots. I mean, again, like, he's very fast. He should work his way back up. But I mean, just being behind and having to drive your way through the field, that just presents a lot of extra risks that have you been not speeding.
Well,
I've been there, so.
Well, you know, Stoltz is going to come in with like 3 laps to go at the end of the stage.
Yep.
And he's going to do the same thing that everybody else did. And he's going to be right out front, just like, you know, at the end of the stage. So, you know, if you know that's going to happen and you're going to do that, how hard do you really push it? I mean, you want to keep up with the pack, but do you really want a chance, you know, getting involved in some of these back markers? Or, you know, just be patient and wait for the end of the you know, be patient and just wait for an opportunity that's, you know, nice and clean. But I mean, you just really have to be patient to get through traffic here when you're not in a rush. And if I was him, I wouldn't be in a rush.
Yeah, I've been I mean, everybody you have to pass. When everyone knows you're fast, everyone knows you're going to the front, they're just gonna make it that much harder to get around them. So a little bit of a wrinkle for
And we've seen back
the 43, but should be able to handle it here as we approach the pit lane where the pace car will be turning off. Bill, sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I can't even remember. I was about to tell you to go green, so let's do it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, pace car's off. We are about to head to our second stage here at Watkins Glen. Green flag in the air. TK out in front of this thing, as you see him try to get a good angle into turn 1 here. 45 and 81 of Carlisle side by side through turn 1. Carlisle actually going to be able to get ahead of Zach Johnson, taking the second spot, as we're single filed through the top 5 there. Have a couple cars side by side. 43 is Stoltz and 25 of James Hebert. Stoltz does clear him onto the backstretch here, but coming up to the bus stop, we'll see if they can get through cleanly. Oh, as we see Vasquez go wide there, though, it looks like he was able to get a good line and exit out of the bus stop there, getting ahead of Gill. But definitely tight side-by-side racing through the bus stop, which is tricky when you're single wide, but even more tricky when you have a car to your outside or inside, depending where you are. Moving back just a bit, John Connor holding on to that 6th spot, having to defend hard from Michael Deitch, who's been the highest mover of the race, up 9 spots from the start of this thing. So a lot of pace in the 50%. We have a car that got loose. Looks like everyone's still rolling straight, but looks like
Bellinger looks like.
Yeah, someone got loose back there. Not exactly sure. We'll go back and take a look, but still have tight racing up at the front. Might have been Hume. Not sure though.
More smoke rolling out of the back of the car than there is the race control booth right now. But these guys are flying through the gears, getting up through Crosscheck, Carlisle, and Johnson. Still battling out in front of this thing.
Yeah, we'll go on board with Carlisle. He's hunting down the 48 Crosscheck, trying to take the lead to start the second stage. I mean, if Carlisle can get out in front of TK here, he was showing a lot of pace. It would definitely be tough for Stoltz to work his way through the field and drive all the way back up to Carlisle to try to steal the stage. But so far, TK still out front.
Steve Carlisle representing the littlebearsanctuary.org. Check that out if you're an animal lover. We all know Steve is definitely one of those animal rights guys in our group, and every time he has something up there, I like to promote it for him. He's heading out. Second spot right now, trying to chase down TK. I think that, when we get to the end of the stage, maybe TK's tires might hurt him enough where Carlisle might be able to get by him. But it all depends. It doesn't look like TK is really forcing the issue right now.
Yep, and
He's
actually,
out
it looks
front,
like
but
Zach
he's not
Johnson ran
running
the
away.
fastest lap. We had a car go off there. Keep Stephen
Up
Carlisle
into
actually off into the
Carlisle.
wall,
Oh,
getting loose through the bus stop. So we showed,
Oh.
as we were just mentioning, he was showing a lot of pace there. Don't see a lot of damage on that car, so hopefully
Whoa.
a lot of the energy was out of the car as he slid into the wall. But TK holding on to the lead for now. And I also wanted to mention that Zach Johnson actually ran the fastest lap of the race last lap. So some bad breaks for Carlisle, but a lot of promise for the 45 here as he's now behind the race leader.
Man, that was the announcer's curse, wasn't it?
Every time,
Carlisle's-
man.
Carlisle had the mohawk going into the bus stop, which made him spin.
Yeah. Do you find it
We'll take a quick
easier
look.
to do? Do you think it's easier to do in this car than any other race car? Getting that rear tire hot. Oh, right there, he already had it. He was already losing it going into the corner. It just bucked out on him.
Yep.
Yeah. Rear tire started to hop on him, and when he was on the brakes, and that's all she wrote. That's usually all it takes.
Vasquez is flying right now.
Yep, definitely trying to work his way up to the bumper of the 45 here.
He's driving like he's late for his Tinder date right now. The 22 car is on the move, trying to keep up to Johnson. Unfortunately for him, Johnson is extremely fast right now. But even faster than him is Crosscheck. Crosscheck is still out front, has a nice gap in front of him. And Johnson, even though he ran the fastest lap so far, still is unable to catch TK.
Yep, TK running
Gil
the
hanging out
fastest lap.
in third spot, looking to get a podium for another. TK just ran the fastest lap that time?
Not of the race,
So,
but of all the drivers right now. So
yeah. And he's got, again, those older tires so far not hurting him at all. Gil hanging out in fourth spot right now. He's looking for another podium finish. He's moved up into fifth spot in that 25. Stoltz, after that problem, has fallen back to sixth. Then you have Hume in the 21 and 7th spot, followed by Deitch, Lisby, and Carlisle. I'm sorry, it was Carlisle that had that incident. Sorry.
yep, looks like Stoltz now getting around James Hebert back up into the top 5. He's passed. Looks like Stoltz has already passed Michael Deitch, John Connor, and now getting around James Hebert. So trying to claw his way back up after that stage break mistake by the 43, but still a lot of track to cover just to get back into the top 3 here. But back up to the front, TK enjoying a 4:10 lead over Zach Johnson, so nothing crazy. Definitely can be gained within a lap or so, but pretty consistent lap times by the 48 car. So good job by him to hold on to the lead, working their way through the bus stop. Zach Johnson actually able to get through that sector a lot faster than the 48 there, getting back up to his bumper on exit of the bus stop. And Vasquez is right there. I mean, if these top 2 cars really slow each other up, the closer they get, Vasquez definitely will be looking for any opportunity to pounce here.
And Vasquez is making his presence known because he wants to force the issue. He wants that 45 at Johnson to think that he's going to come past him, so he makes a move and hopefully takes out the 1 car. And guess who's going to be the inheritance of the lead? That 22. Wants to move close enough to be a bother, but not close enough to get damage.
Got the 23 of Ray Gill lurking back there also, so if anything,
Yeah.
might slow down Nick enough to let Ray catch up and might have another battle for later right there.
Yeah, for such a loud and vibrant paint scheme, he's definitely like, he's really adopted that like stalker race mentality. He's always just looming and putting down consistent quick laps. Not the fastest of the field, but he's always putting down consistent laps and fast enough laps to remain in the picture as far as a strong finish. So great job by Gill there. Back up to the front. The gap has tightened even more now, about 2/10 between Zach Johnson and TK here, and definitely going to be in the draft in a big way coming down the front stretch. Will Zach Johnson try to throw a move on the inside and outbreak the 48? He is to the inside of TK. They come together, touching a little bit there through turn one. TK floats out to the outside, allowing Vasquez now to get to the inside of the 20 of the 48. And through the S's, this can be really tough here to be side by side, but TK does clear the 22 now. But Zach Johnson now to the front of this thing.
Calm down, Mrs. Vasquez. They didn't touch. Just relax. Boys are being good.
From a little bit of paint.
Oh, Vasquez gets a little loose.
And TK actually
Able to
cut the
save
grass
that car
there
again.
a little bit.
There rubbed a little bit of paint going up through the S's. No big damage there. Now, if Nick would have got loose on the inside of TK, then it would have been bad.
Yeah.
So 11 laps into the second stage of 20 laps. Zach Johnson takes the lead here from TK. And TK is actually starting to fade a little bit. Don't know if those tires are starting to move away from him, but still holding on to second. So that decision to pit early at the end of stage one is definitely a net gain for the 48 so far, as he's able to keep Vasquez at bay for now.
Now, either way, no matter how this works out for him, it's going to be a better position than where he was. If you remember, he had fallen back to about 10th spot or so. Mm-hmm. So, this was a win-win for him either way.
Ooh, TK blew the entrance of the bus stop, allowing Vasquez to get by.
There it is, right there. And that's what Vasquez wanted, just to put enough pressure on to cause a mistake. That's all it takes. A late glance up into your mirror, and that's all it takes. And TK knew that he had the position, wasn't worth wrecking him, so he just kind of took it easy. Yeah, so Vasquez now up to second.
Was just going to mention, you saw TK actually blow the bus stop last lap as well, so he definitely was feeling the pressure from the 22 behind him. So needs to get back into a rhythm here if he wants to remain top three. It has a couple fast drivers behind him, Josh Stoltz including. Stoltz has now driven pretty close to the back of Ray Gill here, about less than a second to the 23. So Stoltz doing everything he can to drive back to the front of this thing before the conclusion of the stage.
And he's fine. I didn't see how he got by Hebert.
Hebert just let him go by. I think it was on the exit of the carousel.
Yeah, I just figured. Yeah, I kind of figured. I mean,
and
right now you see,
Gill just
there you go.
By there.
There's some sportsmanship, right? Yeah, Gill knows he's much faster, and instead of slowing each other down.
Yep.
That's why we cheer every time he gets a good finish.
Yep, Gill's giving up a spot
like that
there.
Is the reason why he's a popular guy.
Yep, Gill's giving up a spot there, but as you just mentioned, just let him by quickly. That way, Gill can keep the lead over James in the sixth spot. So, business decision there by the 23. back towards the
Carlisle
front
starting
now.
to gain a couple of positions back.
Yeah, let's check in with Carlisle. We saw him slide into the wall there on the outside of the bus stop. Looks like he mostly hit the right rear, near the right rear tire, but not seeing too much damage there to the 81. So hopefully, if any damage, he can get that fixed at the stage break. But a lot of speed from the 81 early in this race. Definitely, if you can get that thing back up into a more competitive position, should be able to finish pretty well here tonight. But back up to the front, looks like the gap is tightening again between the 22 and 48. These two have been jabbing back and forth all evening, and with 6 laps left, coming to the line, 5 laps left now in the second stage. We'll see if they have anything else in store for us here.
Let's see if anybody tries to flip the stage. Should be happening within, I'd say, the next 2 laps up.
Yep.
You have to do that at what, lap 3 is really the best.
Yeah.
But 3 laps to go is probably the best to do it.
3 or 4 laps to win the stage would be your best shot at it.
Yeah, now you see
You wait to
Stoltz
2 laps.
to get a little bit bigger in the rear view of Tyler Krozak. So just we're mentioning the battle between the 22 and 48. Definitely will be a lot more interesting if Stoltz can get himself involved in any way here.
He's trying to. These guys know that the end of the stage is coming, so they just want to maintain position, or if you're close to the guy in front of you, you're going to try to get one last chance at him. That's when things start to happen. And again, you know, not going to have a full caution lap.
Hugh May has packed it up and sent it home. Bogdan and some of the most recent ones that packed up the trailer and left. Oh, and Carter. So
Yeah, Carter, Hunt, and Gibbons.
yeah.
And now Bogdan is out. Road courses are not easy, folks.
Oh, it looks like TK might have gone off there. Now Stoltz is right to his bumper, actually getting around him through that bus stop.
Man.
48 just has really struggled through the bus stop. We've seen him have a couple moments there. Not his sector of the track. Absolutely, definitely.
I think his tires might be starting to go.
Yeah, and just feeling the heat from the 43 might have pushed it a little bit too hard, but nonetheless, just another mistake there by 48. Let's take a quick look, see what happened here. See Krozak approach the bus stop, and yeah, just outbrakes himself there and completely misses the initial apex, and just has to slow way up to make sure the car behaves on exit. But that allows Stoltz by. But on board with Stoltz now, he's definitely trying to hunt to get to the 22's bumper now. But just 3 laps left here in the stage. We'll see if anyone takes the early pit call to flip the stage to be in a great position to start the 3rd and final stage of this race.
I'm trying to check out the chat room, see what the chat room says.
Basically just all Nick Vasquez fans.
Actually, nope, not for me. It's not. Well, that didn't work out for me. 17 people out there following us and watching us tonight.
Yep, if you're in the chat, be sure to say hello. Definitely, if you have any questions as well, or even if you just want to put your favorite driver in the chat, feel free to do so. We'll be sure to give you a shout out. But just 2 laps now remaining in the second stage.
Join Ryan's OnlyFans if you want.
Only if I had one. I can see Thomas having OnlyFans though.
Oh, thanks, man. That's really kind of you.
Oh, wow.
Looks
Yeah,
like
you know,
looks
I'm
like
not going
Hebert
to go
actually
there
got.
right now.
Sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but looks like Hebert actually got around Ray Gill. Ray Gill actually get a little bit loose on the exit of 1 right before the S is there, so that allows James Hebert to claim that top 5 spot.
One little mistake is all it takes. Get back out front. One more lap. Final lap to go for Johnson to the end of the stage.
Yeah, we haven't seen any takers as far as short pitting goes, so I believe everyone is electing to stay out here.
Go. And go for it. There's the 81 of Carlisle after his incident, working his way up. He's
Yeah,
up in the 10th spot right now.
I'm afraid he might have some damage because he really hasn't improved. I mean, honestly, he's 17 seconds back from Sheets, so
he must have had some type of damage that he hasn't moved forward.
Yeah, I mean, he's over 20 seconds off the pace, so definitely some sort of substantial wheel damage.
Nobody's trying to flip the stage like TK did last stage.
Right, yeah.
Nope. So what's going to happen is he's going to come in the pits at the end of the stage, and he's going to sit there for a long time. He's got to get that damage repaired. I mean, even if he comes out last spot, he's only going to lose 1 position, so...
Hebert, right? Got pretty tight to Prozac there. Don't know if Prozac had another issue with those orange tires, but definitely wanting this stage to end here so we can go in and get some fresh shoes and be on level playing field with everyone. But Hebert bringing it to the 48 here as we approach the end of the stage. Go ahead, Bill.
You know, even if he loses this spot, it was still a good move for him because he had fallen way back because that issue right there, and you see Hebert take a big little whoop-de-doo off of that lip.
Yeah, and caution is out, so stage is over, and Zach Johnson will be the stage winner for the second stage. Vasquez taking P2 and Stoltz climbing back up to finish P3 for the stage. So after a little bit of a mistake by the 48, able to get it mostly corrected, but still a little bit of work to do as we start this third and final stage.
Ooh, all right. So now this stage here is going to be just under 40 laps. And what is the maximum they can go in these cars? How many laps on fuel can they go?
I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
I don't see anybody trying to do it without getting... You have to come get tires anyways, at least.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed.
One more time. There's no way you can do 40 laps. So hopefully these guys have... Well, they should have at least 2 more sets of tires.
Oh, yeah, we started with 4 sets, I believe. I set out them in 2 extra.
Was it only 4 sets?
Oh, no, that's 5.
Yeah, so they have...
So they got 3 sets in the...
Yeah, so they
still.
have 2... Will we have green flag pit stops? Yeah, we will.
So, based off some data I have as far as per lap fuel burn, should see about 36 laps, 36 to 37 laps before you have to pit. That's without saving.
I think
Well,
Carlisle
you're gonna
has a
have to come
different
in for
plan.
tires anyways.
Oh yeah, Carlisle did stay out. You know what? So we did not see any damage on the 81, and he was, I mean, he was way off race pace, so he could have been heavy saving there through that stage after he had that issue through the bus stop. So I mean, if he was saving a lot of fuel and a lot of tire, um, I mean, I don't think he can make it
I don't
though.
think he
Yeah,
saved 20 laps for us. There's no way. No way he can make it. I mean, even if he saved enough to go 20 laps
yeah, maybe he's
on
just trying to
fuel,
save
his
enough
tires are
to
going to be
split.
so burned.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
So
a strategy call. Don't know exactly what the results will be quite yet, but I mean, hey, if he's saved enough to where he can split this last stage in half, just like everybody else, if they just run normal, then it could be a net positive for where he
would be
was. But
worth
I
it.
mean, he definitely was saving very heavily though, because I mean, we saw how far off the pace he was.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I
Unless he
mean,
came in, he didn't come in and short shoot it at any time, did he? Did he come in
no,
the pits and we just didn't see it?
no, he never came in. But I mean, as we mentioned earlier, I mean, currently has the fastest lap
Well,
of the race.
well,
So
we got time. We got time. We got time. Let's pull him up at the booth.
oh, do we
Let's ask him.
got another lap? Yeah, we can ask him real quick.
As
Where
if
is he?
Carlisle is in the chat.
He's
No,
usually
he's
down
not
the
in the
bottom
chat.
at
Yeah,
the.
I don't see him. I mean,
No, he's not
honestly,
in the chat.
probably doesn't want
Oh
to show his
man.
hand too, depending on what exactly
Yeah, that's
he
true
cooked
too.
up. So we'll just leave it to be a mysterious thing. As I mean, but we'll be able to tell right away once the green flag drops, and we'll watch his lap times
Right.
to start the
Yeah,
stage.
because
there.
Johnson, if he pitted, he's going to be in the catbird seat.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to run the gauntlet and get by him.
Yeah, I think Carlisle was running 38s, like 138s at the end of that second stage. So obviously we'll be able to tell exactly what he was doing pretty quickly here. But just this lap here, pace car lights are off, so it'll be going green this time by. Looking through the field, we have Johnson just behind Carlisle, Vasquez, and then Stoltz. So top four, except for Carlisle, obviously remains the same. TK coming out ahead of James Hebert, and then Gill slides back to the 7th spot.
Huh. This is going to be interesting to see what Carlisle's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any damage on that thing, so definitely had me
Like you said, I mean,
fooled there.
he was 18 seconds off the pace.
It was more than that.
Even
I mean,
it's
like 30 seconds.
I could have beat him on the laps that he was going. So, all right, Mr. Carlisle. Let's see what you're up to.
All right, approaching where the pace car turns off onto pit lane. And waiting for the restart here for the third and final stage at Watkins Glen. Green flag in the air. 81 getting good launch on the inside. Several cars clear of the field. See Vasquez and Zach Johnson side by side heading in turn one. Vasquez electing to give the spot up. Gill way off to the outside. He's going to try to rejoin here safely back into the S's. But up at the front, we are single filed. Stoltz behind the 22. TK just behind Stoltz here. Stoltz with a great run through the S's, already looking to capitalize on that. Going to the outside of the 22 there as we had cars in the wall. Gill and Lisby behind. Looks like they got into each other. You see Gill, heavy damage to that car. And we have cars coming together through the bus stop. A bunch of cars, and Vasquez takes a hard lick from Bellinger.
Oh, no!
And caution is out. Caution is out at the start of this third and final stage. We saw some cars come together there through the bus stop, including our pole sitter Josh Stoltz in the 22 of Vasquez. But after all that drama, Deitch moving up to the fourth spot, I believe. We'll go back and take a look exactly what happened, but Carlisle enjoying the peace and quiet up front.
Well, Vasquez obviously didn't see the 88 car coming because he pulled out right in front of him.
Yeah, it kind of started on this backstretch here. You see Stoltz go to the outside of the 22. Vasquez there now to the outside of Stoltz. Stoltz actually gets loose over the bus stop. Oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vasquez didn't see the 88 because the 88 came from behind Stoltz. And Vasquez started to move forward, and the 88 car came around him.
Yep. Look at
man, that was a hard hit too.
Look at Stoltz here. He gets loose over the bumper strips here. So he's to the inside of Vasquez here and just catches way too much of that curb, and that really upsets the car, getting him sideways, and he just has nowhere to save it except into the 22, getting the 22 around, causing them to spin. And I mean, you can see Bellinger back there approaching as he takes the final lick of the 22 there.
Yep.
But also the 25
now
of
James
Hebert off into the grass. And yeah.
Now look at this right here. Here comes Ballinger. Vasquez just does not see him coming around. Does not see him coming around the 43 car.
Yeah. What Nick was thinking there, I have no idea. Like, he should know there's still cars coming. Why he's pulling out when there's still cars coming, I have no idea.
Yeah, we'll go on board with the 88 here. So you should see some smoke appear here in front of him. Yeah, he sees the cars get around, so he's well slowed up here. And then, yeah, the 22 there just might have prematurely tried to roll out and correct his orientation there, but just no way for the 88 to know.
On the other hand, yeah, on the other hand, too, you see cars in front of you, you should be slowing down as well. You know, I mean, so...
Yeah, no, I mean, I do think Bellinger did slow down, but I agree he should have been crawling through there. I mean, I definitely would have tried to slow up way more than he did. But also, it's tough because I mean the caution isn't out technically, so until it's out on a road course, you're really just trying to maintain any position that you have. So.
Yep.
A little bit different on
as
a road
far
course,
as the 22,
yeah.
I'll be honest, I would have tried to have gotten going too. I mean, he had seen the other cars go by, and he probably looked and just didn't see anybody because of the 43 car. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's just one of those things, you know. Can't really blame it on anybody. It's just it happens.
Yep, and go on board with Vasquez. Stoltz just to his inside, yeah, and just fortunately collects Vasquez there. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't see him till it was too late. Yeah. I guarantee it's not that quiet inside the car because I'm sure he's hooting and hollering. Not sure what happened with Lisby and
Gil.
Gil.
I don't know what happened either.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad. Gil and Lisby back behind. Their incident kind of got overshadowed by the leaders up here. We'll go back and take a look at that as well. So Gil and Lisby side by side through the S's here. And Gil gets loose actually and into the 44 hard into the wall there. So that is what happened between those two cars behind the Madness just ahead at the bus stop.
These cars snap around so fast.
They do.
I like the old cars that they ran before these. The Gen, what was it? The Gen 6? That was no. What is? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Gen
it was Gen
6,
6.
wasn't it?
Because
The
these are
Camaros
Gen
that
7.
look like that. From
Did also want to look at the
Yeah.
25. We saw the
I like the
25
Gen 6.
get forced off the track here. Just think I don't know if he got hit or just had to stab the brakes there, causing the car to go around, but doesn't look like it's too bad for the 3.
No, but Haybear hit that wall pretty hard.
Yeah, and looks like Krozak actually is the race leader after all that, and he oh yeah, he barely gets through there.
Got through right there.
So did Deitch too. So Deitch is currently sitting P2. Deitch up 14 spots now after that incident there with the leaders. So he is sitting pretty in the 2nd spot. And after all that drama, Stoltz still sitting P3. So a lot of smoke, a lot of damage, but 43 still up front here.
Vasquez is going to go a lap down. Ballinger is going to go 2 laps down. Lisby is still in the pits. You know, that 26 car is on the lead lap in 8th spot, and he's been kind of quiet. Do you think maybe he's been just kind of been quiet, thinking this was going to happen, and was just going to wait to the very end?
Potentially, but
quick
we're
green flag right
again
there.
now. Yeah, it's Stoltz with a great launch. He's going to take P2 before the turn 1 there, and already trying to dive in on the 48, but TK's able to clear Stoltz for now, and Deitch is going to be able to get clear of Zach Johnson with the better angle through the S's there. But Johnson with a great run already into the back of 57. 57 gets loose and forced out and loses several spots. I think Johnson just wasn't expecting quite the checkup that he had in front of him of him there, but
Johnson,
potential damage now to the front of that 45 though.
Yeah, he had a huge run on him, and it seemed like he just slowed down in the 57 car. And, you know, I mean, accidents happen, but I mean, that's just not Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be an apology. If not, I'll be surprised.
And we'll do
watch the Go Bowling.
We'll do a quick road
ahead.
version of Crank It Up while we have the guys relatively punched up here. out of the Crank It Up. Looks like things are heating up at the front. TK currently holding on to the lead, but Stoltz right on his bumper here. See him get a great run down the back stretch through the bus stop, super tight under braking there, but TK able to hold on to the lead for now into this long sweeping right-hander here.
Now you're going to see Stoltz try to get a run on him. If I'm TK right now, I'm letting Stoltz get by. Let Stoltz get by, and you two run away together over Johnson if you can. But if you battle right now with Stoltz, Johnson's going to be on your doorstep. As you look behind right there.
Yep, John Connor Hebert in a little bit of a battle there through that sharp left-hander. See if TK actually slowed down the front stretch, might have gotten to the wall. We'll see exactly what happened, but
got on the gas a little too early and it got loose on him.
Gotcha. So just a little bit too much power too early for the 48 there, causing him to get loose. That allows Stoltz to go to the front and Johnson to take P2.
I was not expecting that, and that is not what you want to see. Stoltz running away.
Ooh,
Unless
TK
we have
around,
another
several cars involved there. John Connor and TK getting together through the bus stop. And Bellinger having to keep his eyes peeled through the bus stop again there with some drama just ahead. But
yeah, he just had a flashback.
go back and take a look. See TK in front of John Connor coming down the backstretch here.
Just broke a little earlier than what John is used to breaking.
Yeah.
And
Yep, John just gets into the back of TK and able to slide
that's
through.
on Connor.
Also, Carlisle able to slide through there to now take the fourth spot. But we did see Carlisle actually, he ended up going into the pit after that caution post second stage. So whatever strategy he was cooking up before, he just decided to go in, get fresh tires, get fuel. But I'm thinking after that caution, everyone should be able to make it on fuel.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mentioned Sheets earlier. He's back up in the fifth all of a sudden.
yeah, he's just been taking his time, minding his own business.
Yeah. Take a look here, the final corner.
Here. Yeah, Carlisle's, he's running quick. He's running a lot faster than he was at the end of stage 2, but still a little bit off the pace that he established early. Though, I mean, he is on the same pace as the race leaders, really. So,
well, he's pushing it. I mean, he's redlining it.
Yep, I will say he's definitely back up to the speeds that we saw him early in this thing.
Yeah, he was the fastest last. He was fastest last lap, so.
Yeah, I was being a little bit too critical, and then I glanced at the live timing, and I realized I was completely wrong. I'll be the first to admit.
Nice shot going through that long drifting right-hander. Hey man, catching up a little bit, doing everything you can to catch up anyways.
All right, so a little bit of drama time by the commentator. So Stoltz, we saw him stage 1 towards the end of stage 1 start to fade a little bit, allowing Johnson to slowly creep his way back up to him. And
Johnson has gained almost a second and a half on him.
Yeah, to start the third and final stage here, we saw Stoltz go into an aggressive slide through the bus stop. So, I mean, he's going to have some more wear on those tires by the time we get to the end of this thing than Johnson does. And it's only amplified with that aggressive slide through the bus stop when him and Vasquez came together, or when he got into Vasquez, really. So we'll keep an eye on the 43 showing pace for now, but as we saw in the first stage, the tires can start to move away from you as the laps continue. And he is driving up to the back of the 22 here. Hopefully Vasquez understands it was just an honest mistake. But this is Crown Jewel Racing, so really anything can happen.
Yeah, I don't think there was any yelling. Was there any yelling over the radio after that incident? I don't think there was.
That'd be a question for Taft, but
yeah,
What?
I think Taft is I think he fell asleep just like he does in the race course. Oh, and the 43 gets by Vasquez.
He does.
Looked like Vasquez was trying to take out Stoltz. First he tried to block him, then tried to left hook him.
I wasn't gonna say anything, man. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Hey, I'm doing my obligation. I'll call it out. I don't care.
Look, I mean, because nothing happened, I wasn't gonna say anything. Like, you know, no harm, no foul.
Well, first Vasquez tried to block, then he tried to left hook, which probably would have came with a penalty.
Oh, Vasquez slowing way down here.
Yeah, and something tells me he might have another go at that before this thing finishes. But
Oh, he definitely will.
Oh boy.
And look, if I'm in the 43, I know exactly how he feels when he's driving up to the back of the 22 there. It's definitely can be pretty sketchy when you know the 22's out to get you.
Well, before we stop pointing fingers, it's gonna happen first. So
Yeah. But for the rest of the field, things have calmed down a little bit. Still have 8 drivers on the lead lap. Michael Deitch has fallen back to a P8. TK, who had a great start to this race, has fallen back to P7 now. I mean, ultimately top 10 finishes for all the guys on the lead lap. So to me, that's a strong finish. That's good points at a road course. Take the points when you can get them. So
are the Vasquez's having steaks or anything good again tonight, or are they just kind of chilling out?
Oh, they haven't said anything.
yeah, no mention of ribeyes.
That was torture.
Yeah,
That was torture. Absolute torture. I did end up going out, and that ruined me for the week. I did end up going out and getting a ribeye later on that week, so
shish.
it was worth it.
She says shish kebabs on the grill. Man,
That's what we had here.
They're always grilling.
That's actually what we had here, so not too bad.
Do you have a favorite dish, Bill, to whip up?
Vasquez fan just said chicken teriyaki grilled skewers.
I swear to God, that's exactly what we had tonight. Teriyaki chicken with vegetables, skewers, kebab things. That's funny. Mushroom, squash, onions. I make a mean spare ribs. I like beef ribs better, and I do a great brisket. I also kind of like that Louisiana style crawfish boil and all that stuff too.
Oh,
so
yeah, absolutely.
every once in a while, I'll order a few pounds, have it sent up here, and I'll throw a couple of the New England lobsters in there. and boil it up too, and you get the New England lobster and that Cajun flavor, and oh man, woo! Heck yeah, it's good.
Well, Papa Mott is not out of the race. He just blew his engine.
Man,
Oh no. Ooh. Ooh.
Well, he's in the top 15 out of this at least.
yeah, but woo, that didn't sound good. Didn't make fun of his money shifting.
It did get looks like Stoltz might have gone off. If anything, it was very minor. Might have just gone too wide here through this sector, which is very easy to do.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Ew, hey, how are you? There
Really?
you go. He still has a 3-second lead.
Nothing bad there.
3.5 seconds now on Johnson with 23 laps to go. So he's going to be able to split. He's going to be able to. Stoltz stayed out, right? Didn't he stay out the whole time?
He pitted at the end of the stage 2.
Oh, he did. All right.
Yeah.
Who was it? I already forgot who it was who stayed out.
Carlisle stayed out, but then he
Carlisle
pitted after that
was
caution that we had right at the start
Okay.
of the third stage.
I wonder if he forgot to pit. That's happened to me before.
It's happened to all of us.
Yeah. All right. These cars starting to fly through the field again. I think we're all waiting. I think we're all kind of waiting for the same thing. I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong. And if he's listening, just, I know you're upset. It's not what you think. Just take it easy. Don't get yourself in trouble. It's not worth it. Let it go. Let it go. See, I used to have kids. Well, I still have kids, but they're older now. But I mean little kids. '25 car coming out of the last corner down that long straightaway. There's your lead of the 43 car going through turn 1.
Oh, and TK in pit lane now. Yeah, I mean, unless the fuel window is a lot tighter than I thought it was, we might see more of this, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But I had right around 35, 36 laps of fuel on a full tank of 20 gallons, so that caution definitely threw a little bit of a wrinkle into that too. If they aggressively saved through those caution laps.
And it's been about that long since the stage.
Yeah, it looks like TK out already, so quick stop for him.
It's been about 20 laps since stage break, so yeah. Window should be open for some people that didn't pit during the caution.
Huh.
Looks like 81 might have had a little bit of a moment here. See him behind James Hebert going into the bus stop. Oof.
Oh
Able
boy,
to keep it
not
out
again.
of the barrier,
Yeah.
but just hit that
Whew.
bus stop a little bit little bit too steep, and car got upset.
No damage, so that's always a good thing. Stoltz pulling away now, 4.5 second lead almost over Johnson. Haybear behind him. Connor and Sheets has moved his way up to 5th spot.
Yeah, it looks like Connor and Sheets
The rest
both
of the
got
guys
around
had some
Carlisle
trouble.
after his spill in the bus stop, but Carlisle's still a fair distance behind Sheets. See if he can try to reel him back here. But Sheets up 9 spots now through this race. We saw him really just kind of cruising in that first stage, and I mean, hey, he kept the car clean, ran consistent laps, and he's currently sitting top 5.
Now let's say you had 2 tires to change. What 2 tires would you change? You only had 2 tires.
I'd have to go left sides. I'd go my left side tires because with all the right hand turns, you're putting more stress on your left side tires.
Yeah.
Why not go 2 front tires?
Well, if you want to get that technical aspect into it, how the tires are made is that one side is different as to the other. So when you go and put them on, you're more likely to have a vibration in your front. If you do that, then the degradation is going to be a lot worse.
Degradation. Wow, that's a big word. I'm impressed.
Whatever, nerd.
You've used that word before, Thomas.
I probably said it wrong too the first time I tried to say it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
We all have.
You know,
We all know
like
words
when
are
you
hard
talk
for
a
you.
lot, like and your mouth gets dry, it's like sometimes the words get jumbled up, you know? Does that ever happen?
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that one.
Yep.
And Stoltz
Oh,
now about 10 seconds behind some lap cars here.
we got Bellinger in front of him, then Vasquez.
Yeah, I know.
And we're all waiting to see what's
Oh
going to happen
boy.
this time around with Stoltz and Vasquez.
Oh, come on, Nick. Just keep you cool, Nick. Get over it. You're already locked in. It's not a big deal.
Mama
Just
Vasquez
relax.
said Tuesdays are tailgating nights watching our boy. That's one way to spend your Tuesday nights.
Yep. Whoa.
Mm.
Come on, bud. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's gonna be that. So the feud continues. And hopefully Stoltz doesn't have any damage. But it looked like he took a pretty good shot there.
Yeah, I got a little bit of damage there to the front splitter, it looks like. Yeah. We'll see if that affects his lap times. Obviously, Johnson getting around the 22 completely clean. It looks like TK might have had another bit of a spill here. We'll take a look. You know, Tyler was showing a lot of promise here early in this race. Made a couple of good strategy calls, but just maybe just
Had
not
some
enough
bad
laps
luck
here.
after that.
Yeah, just not
What
enough
just happened to
time on
him?
the track and having quite a few
What
mistakes.
happened to him? What happened to him is the same thing that happened to me. He came off that exit, and when you get out over that first initial lip, you have a big gray area where it's paved, and there's an open area where you can regain onto the track. He went over the last little bit of lip,
Uh-huh.
and it threw his car to the left, and that's what screwed up his whole entire entrance.
So looking at the lap times, Stoltz ran a 13.84 and Johnson also ran a 13.84. So about even. Last lap, 15 laps to go now. Again, I don't know exactly what the fuel situation is for these guys. There are opportunities for them to save without losing too much time lap by lap, but definitely something to keep an eye on here. And we'll also keep an eye on these lap times as the leaders come across. So that time by Stoltz ran a .35, Johnson ran a .37. So still about even between the two, despite the small bit of damage on the front of the 43. Bogdan says in the Twitch chat, as the driver of the 86, I'm just casually bashing my head against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, just ignore what I replied to Bogdan.
These cars are dog shit. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I've driven both the Xfinity and Cup cars here, and I just have a blast driving the Xfinity cars here. You can like heel toe it. You can do all sorts of stuff with those cars.
Yeah, with the Xfinity cards, you can actually pass
Yep.
as to compared to these blocks.
So Johnson actually gaining a little bit of time there on Stoltz. That time by running a 12.97. Stoltz ran a 13.10. And looks like James Hebert actually ran a 13.05. So positions 2 and 3 gaining a small amount of time on the leader there, but still about a 3-second gap between Stoltz and Johnson with about 13 laps to go here.
Ooh. I am getting a little bit. Oh, that's why. Wondering why I'm being attacked by bugs. I forgot to shut my little screen here. All right. And it's starting to get a little cool up here in Cape Cod. You know, it's middle of August. You know, it's still the beginning of August, I'm sure, but it still gets starting to get cooler at night. And the summer is coming. All the tourists can go home. That's what I don't get about living on Cape Cod. They call it tourist season, but you can't shoot them.
Oh, Ryan, did you see the Twitch chat?
No.
Someone said unmute driver chat. I can't talk to my driver. He's spotting. That's kind of weird. I feel like those shouldn't be relying on each other.
That's weird.
See, I completely forgot DK had a spotter with him this week.
Oh, so you're responsible for his problems.
Well, there was some bickering going on, and I got tired of listening to it, so I muted chat or disabled it.
Can I take a guess on who the bickering was?
Well, I'm sure you know.
Yeah. Boy, the track temperature though, still 120.
Yep, still very toasty out there.
Now, that would make it like about what, 148, 140, between 145 and 148 in the car for the drivers in real life. I think it's usually 20 something degrees. Was it 24 degrees or 25 degrees above track temperature?
That sounds about right.
That must be brutal.
So the gap
Whoop.
has come down under 3 seconds now. Last lap, looks like Johnson was 0.3 faster than our leader.
Yeah, it's a lot of time to catch up, but 11 laps to go. That's plenty of time, and we know Johnson's fast, so he can just floor that car. It's not hard to do. He's a giant of a kid, so it's not hard for him to floor it.
At that time by Stoltz actually running a .14, so picking it up just a little bit.
Whoever wins tonight, no more celebrating on top of the car. For Connor Zilich, one of the nicest kids I've ever met. I've known him for a few years, man, and I joked with him a few years ago. I said, I want to take a picture with you before you become a big NASCAR fit star, and we laughed about it. And every year I take a picture with him, and then now he's become big time, and that happens. And he was on a podcast. He's just saying how he feels like such an idiot. And he's like, now there's a NASCAR rule, and he says everybody's calling it the Connor rule, and like they're busting his chops about it. Probably because they like him. That's why they give it a nickname like that. But just feels so bad about it. Feels like a big moron. And don't kid, you're living everybody's dream. Congratulations on another win.
Well,
Ended up knocking himself out.
Yeah, and broke his collarbone.
Yeah.
But there for a while in the late 2000s, early 2010s, I think until late 2010s, when you won a race, you couldn't get on the roof and celebrate.
Oh.
I think for a little bit in the late 90s also.
I know the Cars Tour is very strict about that stuff. When you come in, you can't jump on your car. You still have to pass through the screens. Whoa, you see a little wiggle right there.
So
is that Johnson that we were with? Yeah, Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
With the Cars Tour, Bill, do they use the same kind of thing they do for the Cup Series with these next gens, or is it all template?
Yeah, no, they have templates, and then they have the hanging template that your car has to clear over. So it's the way they did the older NASCAR. I'm not sure how they do these cars, to be honest with you.
They laser scan these ones. So
yeah, no,
I know mid to late 90s they had a template, separate templates for each part of the body. Believe it or not.
Yep. Well, the Cars Tour has three. The Cars Tour has three for the roof, middle and the two sides. Has one for the tire wells, and from the center of the tire and that stuff, and the hood, and the rear deck. And then you have to slide it underneath it looks like a big giant H that they slide over, and they have the hanging chains, and you have to be in certain parts of that. But the Cars Tour is extremely professional. They have like 3 sections, so you're coming in, and there are 3 cars that are starting the tech at once. So by the time it's your turn to get up into where they do the templates, your car's already been checked for pretty much everything else. So it's a very quick process the way they do it, extremely professional, and it's impressive. It really is impressive.
Yeah, because I know it goes the template part, and obviously you got to weigh it to make sure it's at the right weight.
Yep.
Then I know
Yep.
there's a third part, but I can't remember what that one is.
Weights and heights.
Yeah, the heights.
Yep. But yeah, Cars Tour, in my opinion, is the best short track racing in the country, without a doubt. Incredibly competitive. I think like the top 25 was within like 1/100th of a second. It was something ridiculous like that. That's how competitive it is, and it's great racing, side by side racing. Just a lot of fun. It's worth a road trip.
I'm kind of waiting for them to expand their schedule out to get more into the Midwest also, instead of just staying along the East Coast.
Yep. They do run the late model stock cars out in the Midwest.
I haven't seen them up here yet. That's the thing.
Yeah. I know they run them in like Wisconsin and Michigan.
I know there's the CRA Jegs Tour, which run the same bodies pretty much.
Yeah.
And there's the late models
That
that I'm
could be
used
the
to throwing
same.
up around, which is the wedge nose.
Yeah. See, out on the East Coast, we call those the Outlaws. And what it is a pro late model chassis, an older one. And it can't be made within a certain year. It has to be an older chassis. And they run the 602 crate motor, and they run that wedged body, and because of that downforce, it makes for incredible side-by-side racing. Wish they had that up here. But I'll be back in a few minutes.
I just looked up that
Just
outlaw late model. They have like it looks like they put a giant board up on the left side of the car. It's like,
you must have found the Andy Bozell outlaw late model, didn't you?
yeah, that's insane.
So there's a video to go along with that, which if you want to watch it, go ahead. But if you want to show it to the stream, go for it. But make sure it's after the race, because that car that was built was set the world record lap time that is held at Kalamazoo Speedway. Believe it or not, and what that car was made for is what they have called as the Call of the Wild, which people bring out ridiculously looking cars like with that huge ass sideboard on it.
Yeah.
So
Yep, just 3 laps to go now. Stoltz still enjoying about a 2.5-second lead over Johnson in P2. And after all the shuffling and drama that we saw, 25 of James Hebert has pretty much staked his spot on the podium in 3rd position. The next car, Stephen Carlisle, is about 22 seconds behind 3rd position car, so top 3 all by themselves currently.
I got Zach Johnson slowly stalking Stoltz, trying to get closer.
Yep, that split has been hanging out around 2.5 to 3 seconds, so still a good amount of distance there.
It was at 2.56 in the first split, and now it's down to 2.51 this split. So it is at the line. John Connor was in the wall out of 7.
Oh, yeah, John Connor's really hurting there. See a lot of heavy damage to the front left side of that car. Able to get out of the way of the leaders here. 2 laps to go now.
Made it back in time, ran out of water. My voice was getting a little dry. You guys jinxed it.
Yep, Stoltz still out in front about 3 seconds now. See Hebert get around the lap car there. Michael Deitch. But Deitch still top 10 tonight. Moved up 8 spots to be currently sitting P8. So regardless of being not on the lead lap or having a little bit of trouble keeping up with the lead pack here, he still will be getting top 10 points. But white flag in the air for Stoltz. Just one more lap around the Glen, and he will secure another road course victory.
Well, Stoltz can be on cruise control right now. Almost a 3-second lead.
Yep, really just has to keep the car pointed straight, and this race should be his. But really no other battle on the track as we come to the checkered here. Hebert still about 15 seconds in front of Carlisle, so top 3 way ahead here. And we should just see this race conclude without any more drama. But still, it's just a couple more turns here.
We hope no more drama.
Yeah, into the final turn here, taking the checkered flag. Josh Stoltz, driver of the 43 car, will win here at Watkins Glen. Zach Johnson coming across P2. James Hebert will be coming across in the 3rd and final podium spot. And just behind them a little bit, Stephen Carlisle, many ups and downs tonight. You saw him have a couple incidents through the bus stop. Will be taking P4 this evening. So good job by the 81 to bounce back and salvage a top 5 tonight. And Caleb Sheets will be rounding out the top 5. Not exactly the fastest car this evening, but definitely doing a great job of keeping it consistent, and rewarded a top 5 finish here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, he really was in the back of the pack most of the night, just taking it easy. But how many top 3s does Zach Johnson have?
Oh, that's another 2nd place finish for Zach there. You're exactly right.
I think he has the most in the league.
Just absolutely the most consistent driver we've seen so far this year. If he's not in the top 3, he's in the top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely a points contender. He's locked in. And he's fast on road courses, super speedways, the short tracks, the 1.5 miles. Speaking of which, next week we are at Richmond. Yeah, Richmond, right?
Yeah, we are.
Yep.
Which
So
definitely it's a very tricky track when you're not super pissed off at everyone, so it should be a very interesting night. But Josh Stoltz enjoying himself after his win. We'll have our post-race podium interviews here in just a second.
oh boy. I don't see the tires spinning anymore.
That's
all right. I know.
was that Zach Johnson's 5th second place finish. And his 13th top 5
of the season.
Yeah.
That's consistency.
All right. Well, we will grab James Hebert, driver of the 25 car, first to kick off our post race here. Let me see if he's in the Discord. He is. Give me 1 second.
That is one reason why I wish they'd go back to the old school way of point system. If we went back to that, Johnson would probably be leading the points, if not in second.
Yeah.
Just out of consistency.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get James in the booth here. Hey, James, you're in the booth. You got us?
Yep.
Hey, man. So great job coming across P3 tonight. There definitely was a lot of drama there throughout the race, but especially there to start the third and final stage. How did the car feel? We saw the track temp was in the 120s, so definitely was hot out there. How was it getting around the track this evening?
Car for me felt great. I was actually saving my tires most of that run there, and I didn't clue in soon enough to realize that it's time to go. So by that time, it was already too late, and I just decided to settle in a little bit. And other than that, car felt great. Balance was perfect the entire run. Thankfully, didn't have to make any adjustments throughout the race. Just had to focus on pit strategy and fuel, and not putting a tire in the wrong spot. You do here every now and then, but making sure that your car just stays straight and keeps going down the track.
Yeah, we saw you kind of get caught up in that incident there to start the third and final stage where Stoltz just collected the car up into the 22. Were you worried you were going to run into the wall there? That was definitely a very tight window there to stay out and not damage the car.
I wasn't really focused on much of anything other than getting the car stopped, to be honest, and then just making sure that we're all good and happy. I don't even know how close I was to that wall, but I just wanted to make sure track was clear before I came on it, and thankfully no damage other than tire, but obviously pitted, and all was good.
Yep, sounds good. So how tight was the fuel there? We were trying to figure it out, and I guessed about 35, 36 laps you had on a full tank. Was that close to what the window was?
I think so. I had 2 laps of fuel left there.
Okay.
At the end, so I knew I was good. That's just the way I race this car. Just try and save it a little bit, right? Keep it clean and all that good stuff. So for me, it was good, especially since I came down and topped up and all that good stuff just before the start there. So I knew I'd be okay.
Yeah, we were wondering if that caution never came out. Would fuel definitely come into the discussion there as we approached the end of the race, but with that full course caution to start the third stage, it seemed like you guys were going to be safe to finish there. Bill, do you got anything for James?
Yeah, James, congratulations on another great run. My question to you is, what part of this track gave you the most trouble tonight?
Ooh, that's a good question. Depended on if I missed my marks or not. Honestly, this track was pretty good for me for the most part, but I'd say those final few corners are definitely ones that I could have worked on. Maybe the bus stop, but I also didn't want to overdrive the bus stop because it's so easy to lose your car there.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
most people say. The bus stop and the carousel are the two most difficult parts of this track.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely the last two corners. Just making sure those are all good, and it's pretty easy for me. I found to miss my marks on those last two, and I did a couple times, but thankfully nothing too crazy. So
Well, I can tell you that if you take your slowest lap that you clicked off today and you added 10 seconds, you'd still probably be faster than I am at this track. So I would take a third place any day of the week.
yeah, I'm definitely happy with the third place. Just practice. That's all this road course racing is. You got to get your practice in. Fortunately, I did not this week, but still kept the car clean and just look for a good top 5 finish today, and I got that. So I'm happy.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congratulations,
So,
man.
looking ahead to Richmond, and speaking of practice, have you been able to run any laps there? Is that a track that you feel comfortable at?
Not yet. I'm okay at Richmond. I think you can get collected pretty easy there and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think I'm just gonna focus on trying to stay out of other people's mistakes there.
Sure. Yeah, and definitely probably will be some tempers carried over to that race after this evening. So definitely keep your head on a swivel going to Richmond next week. But hopefully we'll be talking to you again, James. Great job driving tonight, getting on the podium. Any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Yeah, thanks to you guys for doing this broadcast for us, taking the time out of your evening tonight to do that. Always appreciate it. And shout out to those who run this league. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to run these leagues.
Yep, absolutely. All right, man. Well, you have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you next week at Richmond.
Thanks. Have a good one.
That was James Hebert, driver of the 25, coming across P3 this evening. As I mentioned when we were just speaking with him, a lot of ups and downs for the field, but he even was going straight into a wall sideways, was able to get the car slowed up, and no damage done to the 25. So with that, he obviously was able to stay up front and finish top 3 this evening. Next up, our second place finisher, the 2-place guy, Zach Johnson, driver of the 45. We'll have him in the booth here in just a second. Mr. Johnson, in your booth, you got us?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your 5th second place finish of the season.
All right, Sheldon grade.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. I think that is, I was looking at it too. That is your 13th top 5. So, I mean, really just great consistency throughout the season. And just another podium finish to add to your tally. How did the car feel out there? The track temps were high, and the tempers at one point were even higher. But for you and your car, how did it feel out there?
Well, it wasn't as slick as I thought it would be. I ran the looser set, so just to help myself on the long run.
Gotcha.
And so it was honestly pretty good. Going up to the S's in the first 2 laps, so it was pretty sketch. But I think I had a moment earlier in the race at the start of stage 2. But outside of that, it was pretty smooth. Probably could have tried to save the right front a little more in that final run to maybe have a chance at Josh. But I mean, he's just too good on those road courses and put a lot of hours in this week just to come up second again. So. But Richmond's been a good track for me. The results haven't been there last year, but the last 2 years. But I've always ran with good speed up there. So hopefully next week we can capitalize, and then obviously we go back to Daytona, which I'm always seem to be up front for those speedway races. So
yeah, I mean, hey, you already answered my question. I was going to ask about how you feel at Richmond, but James was mentioning that like you can get caught up in other people's stuff a lot there. people definitely tend to wash up the track and collect people. Do you have any sort of game plan or strategy heading to Richmond?
Mine is kind of just focus on my race, pick my battles. I've been really working on it, especially with this new tire model. You don't want to push too hard too early and completely burn the right rear off of it and be screwed for the run. So I'm hoping we can get a good long run at a short track for once.
Yeah.
We usually do it Bristol, but I don't think we ever have for Richmond, so it'll be fun. We have a good group of guys in this league, so I think we'll be able to do it just fine.
All right, Bill, do you have anything for Zach?
Yeah, Zach, again, congratulations on another second place finish. I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked Mr. Heber, and that is, what part of this track gave you the most trouble today?
I'd probably say turn 7, the final corner. I just couldn't get it right all day. I had some problems in the S's just on older tires and thinking that I have fresh tires, but I would say coming out of the carousel, trying to get that exit speed, or coming out of the final corner was problematic for me today. I'm sure that's where I lost the speed to Josh. So just kind of had to go back and look at it and see what he was doing compared to what I was doing, and see where we can go from there for the Roval.
Nice. Well, hey, man, again, congratulations on another great finish.
Thank you.
Yeah, and interesting enough, that was exactly what James said. Turn 6, turn 7, kind of you have to link those two together to get it right, and carry all the speed
6,
you can.
Yeah, turn 6, I wasn't doing bad at all. I thought I actually was one of the better ones through 6, and I know some of my relative, at least, I think I would once in a while gain some time on Josh or just keep it even through 6. But I think that's kind of where my problem with 7 was. I was carrying too much speed into it, and I would just get tight and go towards the wall, especially later in the run. So,
yeah.
I mean, A opens are only 35 laps, and we had 35 laps at the end here. So, just kind of have to do some more longer runs instead of just 2 A opens and hopefully everything sticks.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Yeah, thank you for you guys for broadcasting like always. I know this one was kind of a snooze fest. Pretty much ran second all day, so there wasn't much excitement out of me except for that one dive bomb I got for the lead. But yeah, I thank you guys. Thanks everyone for showing up. I'm assuming Corey's watching on his phone on vacation.
Yeah,
decided he needs a break. So
we mentioned the suspension for failing the PED screening. Do you have any comments on that as far as the 54 car?
The team is Palmetto Motorsports is deciding not to comment on that, and we'll look forward to Richmond and let the results speak for themselves.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, I respect that, and you have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week at Richmond.
Yeah, thank you.
That was the driver of the 45 car, Zach Johnson, coming home with another P2 this week. That is his 5th second place finish of the season so far, and we are winding down with only a couple races until the chase starts. But before all that, we have to speak to our winner, Josh Stoltz, driver of the 43 car. We'll get him in the booth here. Mr. Stoltz, you're in the booth. You got us?
Hello.
Hey, man. So great job. You got the pole, and you got the win tonight. Definitely had to overcome some early mistakes. Ryan mentioned that you sped on pit lane, so that shuffled you back to start the second stage. But how did the car feel? And how did your race go, basically?
Car felt pretty good. Towards the end of that, that right at the end there, my tires were starting to go. My left rear was at 12%. My left front was at 30. So I was very much saving that entire last run, but I wasn't tiptoeing, but I was still pushing enough to keep a gap or increase the gap, and saving enough where I knew I could make it on fuel. Because I started that last restart, I think I was a tenth of a gallon short. I ended with 1.2 gallons to the good. So
wow, yeah, we
didn't need to save that much, but it helped with tires.
yeah, we were definitely keeping an eye on on the fuel, but with the caution coming out at the end of or the start of the third stage, we kind of felt like that threw a big enough wrinkle where people were going to be completely safe there. What was the fuel window, if you don't mind me asking?
I think full bore, it was like just shy of 37 laps, I think is what it was.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what we did since the last pit, because 45 to 82, that's about that. So
yeah. Well, so obviously, I mean, we saw what happened through the bus stop. Looks like you just caught the curb a little bit wrong, kind of washing up into the 22. Looking ahead to Richmond, are you a little bit worried about any sort of retaliation that might come your way, or?
I mean, I hope I shouldn't have to be worried about any retaliation. If someone sees something, oh well. I'm not upset about it. The second I get out of the rig, it's just out of my mind. So
sure,
I'm not upset about it at all.
Gotcha. Look, I have to do my job. I have to make sure all of the narratives are laid for the next week, and all the fans are ready to consume the content for the next race. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask. So
no, you're good. I mean, I can't even go back and look at my replay. I know going in, I know for sure I was ahead of. I know he says, oh, he has the inside for the corner, but it switches back.
Sure.
So he has the inside for one. I have the inside for the next. I was trying to give him room. I don't know if I was obviously I can't see out the right side of this car, so I don't know if I was getting pinched or not. I thought I gave him enough room, and I ran myself over the curb.
Yeah.
But I mean, from what I could tell from the screaming over voice chat after that, my contact was on both of us.
Sure.
Him getting damage, from what I could tell over radio, wasn't on me.
Yeah.
Because my car, I mean, I spun, I locked my brakes down, I didn't throttle up or anything. I just held my brakes. And
oh yeah, I mean, he took the majority, pretty much 95% of that heavy damage from Bellinger coming in post incident. So definitely was just like a bad break for the 22. But yeah, definitely. I understand how he feels, but look, kind of be sure to keep it cool.
I feel bad for it. But that went right out the window with what he tried to do, so that's not my problem anymore. He wants to do something. Yeah. He wants to do something about that. I know. The admins will take care of that.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say about that.
Well,
one.
It should be over with. It should be over with.
Yeah.
So it better be over with.
Yeah, but we all know how Nick is when it comes to racing certain people in the future.
So yeah,
Yeah,
Ryan, if you didn't mute voice chat, I was gonna say, or like right before you did, I was gonna say if I'm like, I was gonna quickly say over the radio, if I'm coming up on him and you even suspect it, do what you got to do, because I'd rather not have someone attempt to take me out twice in one race for, like, when I already passed him once when he was off pace. So I was lapping him for a second time. Going into 6, he went left, and then second I lifted, he went back right as I'm holding my line. So I had to back up 6. And then going into 7, I was like, okay, well, he'll move out of my way. Maybe he didn't think I'd catch him there. Nope, he just parks it. I'm like, okay. I'm not upset about it. I'm just I guess disappointed. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that.
Last thing, then we can move on. You wouldn't believe how much I understand exactly how you feel, but yeah, we'll move on from there. What was your least favorite part of the track, Stoltz? What part of the track gave you the most trouble?
Surprisingly, not the bus stop, because that's where I was struggling in my practice and my testing. I just started backing it up, and it worked. I was able to just throw it over that first curb.
Yeah.
A little bit more than I could tell some other people were. Honestly, I'd say probably turn 6 and 7, because when I was in front of Zach, both in stage 1 and in the final stage, that's where he was gaining some time on me. but that's just because I'm trying not to throw it over the curb on the outside and loop and high side myself and loop myself.
Yeah, every other guy
Well,
we've asked, the
guess
other
what?
two guys have said the same exact thing.
So the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, man,
That's funny.
yeah, great job tonight. Obviously, you got the pole and the win, so went 2 for 2 in that respect. Any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
The usual, obviously, start off with you guys putting on the broadcast every week. Penguin RC.
Oh.
And as you guys could probably see, my new one paint scheme that I'll be running at least 2 more races this season. My Subaru car, which I absolutely love this, especially with the bronze wheels.
Yeah, I will admit I was a little bit worried when I saw the Red Bull paint, but yeah, definitely.
As I'm currently wearing an actual SVG shirt too.
But
well,
yeah, I mean, you
what am I-
You're driving a Subaru.
Yes, Toyota owns a stake in Subaru. I work at Subaru, so.
Okay, well.
I also drive a Subaru.
Bill's super picky. He's super picky about his cars.
I understand that. There's some I don't. There's a few brands I don't like either.
I will say this. My mother has a Subaru Legacy. It's very nice, and Subarus are fast as hell.
If you build them
fast as hell.
If you build them right.
One of the fastest Subarus I ever drove was the hybrid Subaru, or the assisted Subaru. It was like had that launch thing or whatever it was amazing.
Yeah, those are pretty fun. It's just all cars have their problems. Subarus have their own problems because people
Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru. That's the best way to put it. It's just the way the engine is. People think it's a lot worse than it actually is, but you're gonna have the same problems with any other engine. It's just because the way it sits, you see it first. So
yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, we will let you go, and we will see you next week at Richmond.
Yeah, I'm not gonna enjoy it because I hate that track.
Oh well.
Yeah, you know what? I completely forgot to ask you. Like, do you have any sort of strategy and any sort of game plan going into Richmond?
Survive.
Yep. No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So
I think that's
obviously,
fine for everybody.
there's a couple you could try to like really practice qualifying and stay out front. But we've already talked to a couple of guys who really they just want to survive, run their race, and stay out of a lot of trouble. But
yeah, I'm not too worried about Richmond. For Richmond, I just want to make it through that. Daytona is the big one because Daytona, even though season finale, I don't think I'm really close on points to win the regular season championship because I know I didn't really gain any on Zach today. So
yeah. Don't think you might be outside. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to calculate this right now, but you probably know more about that than me. But anyways, we'll let you go, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, congratulations.
That was Josh Stoltz, driver of the 43 car, with the big win tonight. Another road course win for the 43. Definitely a specialty of his, but not feeling super comfortable about Richmond. But we'll just have to see exactly how that goes for the 43. But everybody in the Twitch chat, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, supporting the league, and all of these drivers. Was a road course race and a lot of excitement. A couple cool strategy calls here and there, so it definitely kept things lively. But ultimately, Stoltz coming out on top with a big win. Ryan, Bill, anything you guys have to say before we head out?
Nope. There were some tempers tonight. It better be over. It's done with. The race is done. That's what separates professional golfers from everybody else. Everybody else hits a bad shot or has a bad hole.
Mm-hmm.
It ruins their day. Professional golfer, doesn't matter if it was a good hole or a bad hole. When you're done with it, it's done. They never think about it again.
So
Yep.
this race is done. Don't think about it anymore. Move on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we know how Nick is because of the past.
Yep.
Well, that's why I'm hoping it's not what we get. So
All right. Well, next week we'll be at a short track, Richmond Raceway. Same time, same place. Next week, Tuesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be sure to get the stream up and running. But should be a lot of action-packed racing. Hopefully not too many cautions. And if you get a long green flag at Richmond, it can be a lot of fun. So I really hope that the guys are able to get enough practice in and run cleanly there. But definitely don't bet on that. But thank you guys so much for coming out and enjoying with us another Crown Jewel Race Network race here for the Carolina Cup Series. And we'll see you all next week.
see you.
See you guys.